I've always been fascinated by all kinds of healing. I heard about around about 2000 this guy called João de Deus, or John of God, in Brazil, very famous healer. People said he was a miracle worker. Other people said he's a crazy man. So I thought, well, you can't tell from looking at a website. You have to go there and look with your own eyes. So I went over there because I was single and I could just do what I like. I flew to Brazil, 2 flights, a train journey, and a bus ride later. I was in his town, village. And when I got there were 3 guys there, Americans, 2 medical doctors and a chiropractor who'd gone there together for the same reason, just to see what's going on. And they'd been there quite a while when I got there. So I was talking to them and they said, well, he does things which are completely inexplicable. You won't understand how he does it, but he does all kinds of healing things. So I watched him for a while. He pulled tumors out of people's body, do all kinds of stuff. And I thought, God, this is impossible to do, but he's doing it. And then the chiropractor himself, he had some polyps in his nose. So the guy got some scissors, went up there and ripped him out of his nose, and there's just tons of blood. And afterwards, I collared him straight away. I said, look, how'd that feel? He said, I'm not in any pain. I can taste the blood, but I'm not in any pain. I thought, that's impossible because you're ripping something out of your nose. Surely it would hurt like hell. And the next day, again, I asked him. He said, no, I have no pain at all. So I went away. I spent a week or so there, and I came home, and I just was very impressed. I told everyone he's a healing genius. But then 15 years later or so, he gets hauled into court answering charges of sexually abusing hundreds of women, firearms charges, and I don't know, money laundering or something, lots of stuff. And in court, they gave him a 4,000-year sentence, which is weird because he's 83, so I don't think he's going to be there another 4,000 years. Anyway, so we won't see him again in public. But I got me thinking, well, how did he do that then? What's going on? And I've worked it all out now, and with many years to read about it and consider it. And I realise now there are 2 kinds of healing. On the one hand, you've got natural healing, drug surgery, osteopathy, chiropractic, acupuncture, whatever. On the other hand, you've got supernatural healing, where spirit works on the flesh to achieve healing without any physical part of it. And within supernatural healing, you've got divine healing, where God intervenes and does the healing. And you've got other supernatural healing, which is tricky because you don't know who's doing that healing. It's a spiritual entity of some kind. It could be an angel, it could be a demon. You don't know. And the demons will do healing, but not with the right intent in mind, with an ulterior motive. He was working with demons, and that's why he did incredible things we couldn't understand, but he had an evil at the base of it. So be very careful who you go to for healing. If it's in a main church, mainline church, and it's all done with the approval of the authorities of the church, you're on safe ground. It's divine healing. But otherwise, if it's a lone ranger doing his own thing, be very careful, because a lot of people are power hungry and they want to do bad things. So be careful. Thanks for listening.